drive to the bucket. What you're trying to do over the next 10 games, including tonight.
The emphasis, there will be no coasting as SGA bounces off the defender.
He is a big engine that makes this team go, along with Jaren Jackson Jr.
Grizzlies getting a little handsy on those rebounds. As Hartenstein gives the isolation, SGA, that is a tough shot in the mid-range. It's a shot he's been making all season long. One of the bright young coaches in the league as SGA attacked Huff. And Huff, the 7-footer, not giving up any ground as Pippen goes coast to coast, end to end. Nobody slows him down. In the Western Conference, Memphis been all the way up to 2. Right now at number 5. J-Dub pulls up, mid-range shot, that's good. Jalen Williams looking like his usual self here in the first quarter. SGA keeps Aldama out of the lane, forces him into that tough fadeaway. Dirk Nowitzki-esque off 1 foot. Holmgren trying to go into that spin move, had it stripped. SGA shuts off the ball. Aldama again, the 1-footed fadeaway.
It's a nice move too.
Up top, SGA passes up the 3 instead, flies in and avoids Huff. Hangs in the air long enough for the score with the left hand.
Wow, a lot of contact too. Very easily. Thunder had to grind it out. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make that possible.
Kenridge, a little bump right at the last moment. It took him off his trajectory, but he still played through it for the and one. The Grizzlies back the other way. 15 seconds. Williams, and the right-handed layup is good.
And being a playmaker when Shea's out of the game.
Nice strip, Caruso. It's been excellent on the defensive end. On-man rush, 3-on-2. Holmgren skies up for that layup. Nicely done. Perfect on the break.
Wow, he avoided Wells, too, trying to strip that basketball. That's probably why the Grizzlies have pretty much doubled up the Thunder at the free throw line.
Oh, Wells got caught. Almost threw it right to Caruso. Behind the back pass, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Nice to see Hartenstein go 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Jackson Jr. and Edey that time, using his size. Speaking of...
Yeah, absolutely. He does the dirty work, man. He also does the pretty work, too.
Oh, J-Dub, how about that burst? With the left hand and the pretty finish off the window. Quick make it 9 after the miss by Aldama. And Shea trying to get the whistle. Does. They're going to count the 2. Aldama, another miss. So now the Grizzlies coming up empty on some three-point opportunities. As Wallace with the burst and levitation. Thunder just 4 out of 13 from deep. Pippen floats, and there's the reverse by Huff coming in.
Got trapped along that baseline.
Memphis sagging back on the defensive end. Caruso again, no hesitation, and that time he bottoms the 3.
Jaren Jackson Jr. shoots his shot, but very effective.
He can shoot it the other way as well. As SGA, I'm not sure he's missed from that mid-range spot all night. Already 17 here in the first half. But Chet Holmgren, very aggressive. As J-Dub trying to be aggressive himself. Hard take and banks it home as he lowered the shoulder. SGA, so smooth. Oh, what a pass. Hartenstein snuck it right across the baseline. Big-to-big action is Holmgren.
He can just keep the chains moving for you. That's how it works with Hartenstein and the Thunder. He can get this team into secondary actions and really help you get on the break like he does here in transition.
Outside. Jackson Jr. back outside to Pippen, had a couple of threes, and that is back-to-back threes from Memphis. As SGA tries to make his move. Look at the crowd that he sees, and still off balance. Just cutting right through the lane, banks it in.
He looked at the official, did get the whistle, ran back down the floor.
And the threes all of a sudden starting to drop for the Grizzlies. That is Jackson Jr., the latest.
A little bit strong on the shot.
That's a J-Dub shot, one that he likes. Bane bounces off the door, got behind the three-point line, and then connects from deep. After the Thunder got off to a 10-0 start. Memphis closing the gap a little bit. SGA on the baseline once again. Look at the high arcer. He loops it up over the backboard and Edey. That was spectacular.
One of those free throws you're happy it's the first one and not the second one.
SGA, pretty spin move, and that one's gonna go down. That time went for the scoop, a little bit short. Pippen trying to use his speed. Slices in and dumps it off to Edey for the jam. Uncharacteristic short shot misses. Kennard had the step, got by him. Williams right across the baseline, and it's a 2-point game. As Kennard quickly, Jackson Jr.'s got the mismatch inside, and he ties it at 89.
Turnover situation is now Grizzlies with 13.
J-Dub getting downhill, going left, that's his shot. See if the Thunder can build a little momentum here. Kenrich outside, J-Dub pulls, and hits from downtown. Back out to the perimeter, Wallace shuts off the baseline. Huff got the flyby, fires away, and he's got another three, and he has been timely with those points, 8 points off the bench. And Memphis back the other way. Jaren Jackson Jr. been relatively quiet, and a quick release on the left-handed shot. He's got 19 points to lead the Grizzlies. Here, 97-96. Dort's been all over Bane throughout this game. Open shooter, Jackson, and Jackson. The Grizzlies been able to capitalize. Some dry stretches here for the Thunder. J-Dub, Hartenstein with the left hand, able to redirect it back in. Up top, it's Joe. Didn't get the three off instead. Outside of Wallace. Now someone's going to outshoot it. It is Dort. Look at that rainbow three, and Dort just does beat the shot clock. What a three from Dort.
And sometimes you just got to look at the reaction of the players as
there's a miss. Numbers. Hartenstein right down the lane with some power. SGA got right around Wells initially. It's Dort, almost the same spot. And Lou Dort with some timely threes here in the fourth quarter.
he's really worked on that shot.
That's Lou Dort for you, Michael. He got off to a slow start. Now he's got the turnover and the steal. Ships it up. SGA scores in transition. Outside Isaiah Joe. He misfires. Dort with the rebound. Wallace fakes the pass. Count it. At the perfect time here in the fourth quarter. Jaren Jackson Jr. thinking about the three. Fires away and scores. 7 seconds. Spins. Fades on the baseline, and SGA. Hartenstein couldn't follow with the dunk. But Dort with the steal. There is Hartenstein! The two-handed jam to cap it off.
For Hartenstein.
Well, you mentioned Lou Dort, Michael, and tonight is a great example of the kind of defense that he's been playing all season long. You put him on the opposing team's best players. There's a nice drive and finish. A little lollipop for J-Dub. But look at the night of Desmond Bane. 1 out of 12. As SGA's got a steal on the backside. He'll be able to add 2 more to his total as this all of a sudden has turned into an explosion of a run. This game turned so quickly when Memphis took that brief lead on the Jaren Jackson Jr. three-point shot. Here's a turnaround and a bucket by Stevens.
22 lead changes, 11 ties.